You know, those pesky subscription services, they could soon meet their match. Today, Federal Trade Commission officials are adopting a final click-to-cancel rule requiring businesses to make canceling a subscription as easy as signing up. And under the rule, businesses can't force customers to cancel a subscription using a method different from how they signed up. Now, the rule applies to any automatically renewing subscription, ranging from difficult to cancel gym memberships to magazine subscriptions and monthly payments for services like Amazon Prime. For example, if you signed up for a subscription with an online form, companies can't require you to call them or chat with a live agent to cancel. Let's go to bring in Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rhodes. Always a good talker when you got this type of stuff because it's a pesky, annoying type of thing. But how did they get to these rules to figure out where we got here in the first place?
The wheels of government turn super slow. So let's start there. It seems like all the alphabet type of agencies have been on the chopping block lately in terms of what they do. FTC, SEC, you've got the Commission on Environmental, the EPA. All those folks most recently have been making a lot of waves in the news with their rulemaking process. And it seems like it's become this political issue. But this is what these agencies were created to do. They're created for oversight and rulemaking, giving the organizations that participate in whatever that space is guidance on how they should operate. And if they fail to comply with that guidance, then they'll hit them with a fine. They'll bring some type of lawsuit. But this rulemaking process isn't something new. But in the last few years, it has become extremely politicized. I mean, you're talking about this rule right here is something that was proposed a year ago. So that process, again, takes a long time. They put the proposal out there. People discuss it. There's an open dialogue process. Once they get all of the questions responded to and answered, and they can say, hey, that's a good idea. We were thinking about going this way. You propose this change, and we'll implement it. That's why it's open. It's open for any citizen to make a proposal to what they're proposing the recommendation to be. Then it comes out with this final rulemaking, and now it will be codified. This is part of the process that is American. It's why we have agencies, because Congress can't do this. So they've given them the authority to go out there and do this. But this is a breath of fresh air.
The will of the people, because this is what people want, because they've been talking about this. This is some of the major complaints that you get into, like the Better Business Bureau or whatever, when they're talking about stuff like this.
Unlike some of the other ones that have been, on the chopping block, like the EPA ones, like some of the gun rights ones with the bump stocks, where we've seen those rulemakings where there's been extreme partisan pushback. I don't think there's going to be as much partisan pushback on this one, because I have a subscription to cancel a subscription. That's how deep I get into there with these subscriptions, because you forget what you have. And the fact that they're addressing not just—
So you get the monthly statement.
Right. But the fact that they only also say you got to make sure that you have to cancel it the same way you got it. Can't force me to call. That part is helpful. Because right now, you got to jump through hoops to cancel these things.
All right, and that's the whole idea of the whole thing. Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rhodes, thanks.